second.
Now
I'm
we're
just
live.
setting my...
Yeah, so hold on.
Right.
So hi everyone. So we started late today because there were just a few of us here. But as we're going through this, I'm realizing that this is actually really good stuff, and we should be, even if no one's watching it, we should be
just setting my...
for yeah. So hold on.
Right.
So hi everyone. So sorry, we should be saving this so that other people can watch it later. So Phil, what we've been doing is we've been playing around. Phil has been showing us this app. Of us here, but as we're going through this, realizing that this is actually really good stuff, and we should be watching it, even if no one's watching it. We should make sure you're muted. Oh, that's David Hunt. All right. So this cool little app called, well, it says Numpad, but it's actually called something
Remote
Keypad Pro, right?
Yes. Remote Keypad and Numpad Pro.
Numpad Pro. So this, in any case, this is what he's showing us. So take it away, Phil. Go for it.
So this is just an example of my, I'll show you it in reality in my inset. You can see this is on my iPad. Okay. So it's my iPad screen that you're looking at. And just to give you an idea, at the top here are all of my, it's not coming through. So give me a second. This is what the other thing I was just saying to, hopefully you'll see.
I think we can see it.
Oh, can you?
Oh, you mean the computers?
I've got a problem on my Ecamm. It's not showing me. Can you see? I'm trying to use. No, you can't see my video pencil, can you?
No, we can't.
Oh. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to get video pencil. It was running, but then it's I've lost it for some reason. Hold on. Oh dear.
So video pencil. Bring that up. So this is an app that lives on your iPad. You install a little helper applet on your Mac, and you can have multiple Macs. In fact, here I'll show you.
Here you go.
So here is yeah. Give me 1 second. So this is the app, and you can see I've connected one Mac to it, and then you basically can create different keyboards to take different actions, and you can upload the background image. That's my puppy. But this is sort of the basic one. And if I were in an here, I'll show you really quickly. This is, well, let's open this up. I'm going to open up, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll open up calculator. So here is my calculator app right here. And I'm going to now press on, I'm going to put some numbers in. So we'll do 365. And you can see that showed it right over there on the calculator. So it's an extra control input way of doing.
Let me show you.
Yeah,
let me show you as well on mine, because on mine you should now be able to see it's not lining up, which is really weird. But oh, I know. Is it because? Hold on. Does that work? No. I'm having problems here, but I've actually, can you see there's a little orange, I'm going to draw it about there. There's a little orange icon that I'm going to be touching, and that's my calculator essentially, where I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. And I can tap on any of those. But then what I've also been able to add, of course, is copy, cut, and paste to the top right.
Sorry. So I just want to say, so do you have a way on here to open the because that, to me, again, that's like the kicker feature to me, right? I need to be able to open the calculator and then use it. So how do you open the calculator?
I never do that, but I can show you a different app. Let's say if I go to Photoshop.
Okay.
No, I haven't got one there. Let's have a look. I've got buttons that will open an app. So this is a really bad one, but you see that Ecamm Live top right, that
Yep.
would actually launch Ecamm Live for me, for instance.
Okay.
Um, and I've got one that's bottom left that says launch press sign, and press sign is a software product that I supply and sell.
And
So you can very easily on the Mac, I say easily, you still have to do the work.
can you show us
Um,
what that button is made of?
oh yeah, let me go. Yeah. So if I go into edit, which is the top right for burger menu, if you can see that, I'd love to be. I'm going to click on the edit option, which is the third one down. And then I go to, so these are all my keyboards, inverted commas. So I've got multiple keyboards that I can use with a specific application. You see, I've got one for Ecamm, but let me go to the press sign one. So I go there, and now I'm in edit mode. And if I touch on the green button at the bottom left, which says launch press sign, I hope this is the way. You see, it says edit. Hopefully, you're following me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got you.
Sorry, I'm going to click on action and click on keyboard shortcut. And the keyboard shortcut that I've programmed to launch that program is Shift, Alt, Command, and then the semicolon.
And sorry, can you explain how you got that key command to open the app?
That's another story.
Right.
Because what you have to do is go into your Mac, into, let's think, is it system settings? And then keyboard. So if you follow me, if you go to system settings and then keyboard, I think it's there. Let me have a look. I might be wrong. Oh, where is it? Um, I'd have to be more prepared to show you, but it's
So
one of the one
key,
of the it's a service. So if you're going to actually come out of that, if you're in there and go into services, what I really would love to do, I should have really prepared this because I didn't expect to be doing this now. Um, but on my Mac, if you go to your Finder and then services, you've got an option that says services settings at the bottom there. And you can then program a keyboard shortcut under services or app shortcuts, actually.
services
Yeah.
in this is in preferences.
On the Mac,
Yeah,
not on the, yeah, on the Mac, it's systems. It's essentially go to Finder.
yeah.
From Finder menu, where it actually says Finder and you do a drop down, there should be one that says
Oh,
services
services. I
there.
see. Service settings. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Got
then
it.
service settings,
Oh, yeah. That's the
correct.
same place I was. So to access that through uh, through preferences, you just go to preferences, keyboard, and then when you're in keyboard, go to keyboard shortcuts, and then services. Okay.
Okay.
So here we are.
Right. Okay. Okay. And there, I think, let me have a look because let's have a look. Is it services itself? It might be in my general settings. Oh, it is. Okay. So in services, I then have under general, I'm able to launch, or there's two ways of doing it,
Okay.
activate or launch. I've done a video on this actually. I'd rather send you straight to my YouTube video on how to do this.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
Um,
here's. I mean, there isn't a general one, but
oh, don't you see general? Under services. So you've got to services and then you go to services again. So it's services and then services once more.
so there's only one services. So there's
All
development,
right. let me
Files and
share.
folders, internet, messaging, pictures, searching, and text. Under
All right.
text, there is an option that says open. But there's no, here we go. So open, but it doesn't let you choose.
Mm. I
Interesting.
would love to be able to show. I think what I'll do, rather than it being a real mess, I'll point you into how to do it from a video I made in the past.
You know what
That
else you
would
can do?
probably be a less painful way of trying to show you how I've
You know what
done
I think
this.
you could do?
Because actually now I remember, because I've been doing this for so long, I haven't added anything for a while. Um, I did it under the kind of automator side of things. You can just launch an application through automator with a keyboard command, and
Right.
that's how I ended up doing them.
Oh, I thought I just did something, but I didn't.
uh,
Um, app
I
short.
don't know why my screen share is not behaving. I'm going to come back to my main camera. Oh, I've got this screen share still showing. Okay. Right, I'm back. I'm back.
You're a pip in a pip. You've got a pip
I'm a
in a
pip
pip.
in a pip, and it's
A pip in a pip.
yeah, that's gone now, hopefully. Let me see if I can uh it was I'm gonna look on my I'm gonna put in the comments a video I made a while ago of how to do all this.
Oh, I see. Okay, here's how you can do it. Here's the at right. Um,
But you want to be able to assign a keyboard shortcut. So is that what you're looking at? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, to open the app, but it's you can't create keyboard shortcuts for general purpose tasks such as opening an app.
You who said that?
Not this way. This is on the Apple support site.
Right.
This
That's wrong.
you,
Well,
well, no, using this way, right?
oh, okay. I'm gonna point you to a my video where I show you exactly how to do that. If you just give me a second. Launching to Max. No more. Waking up. Use your eye. Uh, launching Mac Corner using a keyboard. So I've got a video on how to launch the Finder that way. Target display, Luna. So I'm getting there. I've got a lot of it.
You think? I think it's shortcuts. It's got to be shortcuts. So here's let's do this. Let's do a shortcut. Ready? We're going to all shortcuts. We're going to make a new shortcut, and we're going to say open app. And see, this is how you do it. Open app.
Oh, that's an idea as well. That's a new. Yes, that's an option. But can you do it through a keyboard
And then,
command?
right. So then what you do is how do you do it through a keyboard?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's your issue.
Hidden menu, add keyboard shortcut. Boom. Okay. Here we go.
And you were able to do that?
Now, okay, I'm going to close this. Did that work? Do I have this keyboard shortcut? Hold on a second. Receive images 18, all right, whatever. Quick actions. Open calculator.
I can't believe I can't see my own video for that I've done that.
Save.
That's a bad training session that you've got me into here, David.
Sorry.
Uh,
See, so that's opening, but I don't think the keyboard command is. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So now, all right, I got it. So now what I can do is we can come over here, edit, keypad. I'm going to add a button here, keyboard shortcut.
From idea to submit.
Oh, it says bum, 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 bum. Done, done, save. Okay, done. So now here we go. I'm back over here. And
yeah.
I've got this button here, which I could refer, whatever. And when I press it, the calculator
Does
opens.
the app launch? It does.
Yeah.
So,
And you've done it through shortcuts.
right. So what I did, I'll tell everyone what I did there. So I went into shortcuts and I chose open app. And then I chose the calculator. That's just the app I want to use. Then you go up here into cursor. Then I go up here, whoops, into the information button. And down at the bottom, it says run with. And if this isn't here, it says shortcut. And then you can click.
I love it. That's a great way. Yes.
And then once you do that, it's connected.
All right.
Now I'm going to actually delete this because I don't know if there's what it looks like. It says add keyboard shortcut. I don't know if that's
Gotcha.
somewhere.
Gotcha.
There you go. So that's fantastic.
Oh well, I'm about to lose you. Give me put in the chat. There's my YouTube video that shows you how to do the same thing through Automator.
Oh, okay.
And it's and it's really good because that's how I've been able to create shortcuts that just launch any app.
Right.
And you can even launch the Finder. I've even done but it's a bit of a special way because most people don't know where to find the Finder app because it's not in your app list.
Right.
But you can go into, if there's something that's an option within the Finder only, then you can't really create a shortcut for it unless you've launched the Finder beforehand.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a button on here.
Perfect.
With multiple apps that are going to open. Now, where is...
Oh, I see. So you're going to open multiple apps all at the same time.
Right. But
great. Yep.
I did that. So now I want another open. Oh, I have to go back here, I guess. Open app. And we'll do fantastical. And then we'll go back here and we will do, what's my mail app called? Spark. Spark. Okay. And yes, I could do this with the Stream Deck button, but we're just playing here. Okay. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say my keyboard shortcut for this will be, I don't know, Control Option Command Return. Okay. Beautiful.
Yep.
And now I can close this. I have to close all these apps up because they're all running. Close this, close this, and close this. Okay, so now all those apps are closed. Now I'm going to come over to the iPad.
Yeah.
I'm going to create. Oh, no, didn't want to do that. Go back. I want to edit this one. Here we go. Edit. Keypad.
Yeah.
I'm going to
click on any of the plus buttons.
Yeah, I'm going to do
you've done that.
Now I'm going to say boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and you see how they've given you an extended keyboard to use at any point.
Right. We'll do that. And then we'll say appearance. And I want no, I don't want that. I want, the UI isn't great on this. I'm not going to lie, but button color, title color, font, icon, title. See, like there's no way to kind of easily get back. Title. Okay, and I want the title to be
So on your own keyboard port, yeah, that's it.
open everything.
I tend to do that. Yeah,
Okay.
I tend to do everything in capitals.
Yeah. Done. Done. All right. So now that's done.
Try it.
Let's see if it works. I press the
Good.
button.
Let's see if your shortcuts will work.
There we go. There's my calendar. There's
Yep.
this, and there's my mail. Yeah, it worked.
Now, the great thing is that if you had, you're on probably a desktop Mac, but if you had a laptop as well, so I can, I've now.
Actually, a laptop.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could do it, but you could do the same if you programmed the same shortcut for your other computers, it would still work, and you do it from the same
Right.
keyboard. So let me switch back to mine, and I've now finally set it up so you should be able to see this properly. Let's get rid of me on there and see if my inset comes up. No, it doesn't. Okay, if you see there's a little, it's not, I'm being a video pencil elementary person here at the moment. It's not working for me. So it's because it should. Why has video pencil even got a border? Corner radius, go away. Right, now let me just get my video pencil working. So you see the arrow that's clicked on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I shall do it with this here. Is it going to work? My video pencil's really not happy. Oh, I've crashed it. Don't use video pencil on an old iPad.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. So this is, I'm just doing the fix to get this to work properly. Right, come on. So that arrow, if I go back, you can see now that I've got 3 Macs in here that I can select. So I can select any one from the same, and they're all on Wi-Fi. So if I want to control my MacBook Pro, I would just touch it, and the same keyboard will work on my MacBook Pro.
Can you assign a keyboard to a computer?
You don't need to.
No, but I'm saying if I don't want to have to switch between computers, could I say this keyboard works only on that computer and this keyboard only works on that computer?
Do you know what? You probably can, but I've never used it that way. So I don't, I'm going to say I don't know. But you can assign a keyboard to an application. So it might go that you can apply a keyboard to a particular computer. But generally you wouldn't need to, because
Right.
you'd actually just select your computer by going to that button there very quickly and choose which computer it is. And then as soon as you've chosen your computer of choice, you've then got all of the keyboards which are here.
Yeah, what I'm thinking about is, so for example, the reason that I have multiple computers is because I do different things on each one. So, my studio is my Ecamm and Zoom computer. My MacBook Pro is my content computer, is where my browser is. And then I've got another computer over here, which I use for all my liminal apps and all the, the Zoom liminal apps. So what I'd love to be able to do is to just swipe through different keyboards and have them each assigned to work on a certain computer. That would be ideal.
I don't use it that way, so I've never really looked into it. I don't think that sounds like an option.
This is cool.
For that, but you can see what the kind of things that I can do on my screen. I've got all sorts of things like the sleep and the quit and the deletes and copy cut paste are all there. Now I know you can do that on a Stream Deck, but I love the fact that I've got shortcuts that will type a date, the date in for me, for instance, or if I'm on a spreadsheet, if you want to do the sum functionality, it will just do that as well, and that's just a press of a button.
That's nice.
And the other thing I use a lot is that one, which I hide as a lock, but that will type my password to open up any of my Macs.
Huh.
And it will do it so long as your Mac is asleep. So if you come in the morning, remote keypad and numpad pro will work, even if your Mac is asleep. So you can wake your Mac up by hitting the return button or any other key.
That's nice.
It's beautiful. So I don't have to walk over to it and turn it on.
Yeah. It's interesting because for me, the power of the Stream Deck, yes, it's in being able to assign buttons and things, but it's the physicality of it. It's being able to, and one of the announcements that Elgato made today, and for anyone who may be watching this after the fact, this is on May 20th. Elgato announced new Stream Decks. They announced a bunch of stuff, but one of them is these scissor keys, Stream Deck scissor keys, with just a different key style, so that you get more, I guess, more click out of it, which is interesting to me because for me, I don't want any noise. I mean, you can see here the classic keys and then the scissor keys, right? Snappy, sleek, satisfying to press, faster actuation, streamlined design. I don't know. We'll have to see if it's louder or not.
Yes, because my input would be that if you listen closely, you can often hear the person has pressed the button on the Stream Deck because it goes kadunk through your desk.
Right.
But I tend to just touch the edge of the buttons anyway to activate whatever it is on it, because I know that that's the case.
Yeah. But no, having it on the iPad is really nice. I use the Stream Deck iPad or iPhone tool sometimes also. Because
now you've got that, you can put that on your iPhone as well.
Right.
And as I say, the one thing that I think really separates it is that you can control multiple computers with that one set of keys.
Absolutely.
All wirelessly, which I love.
I'm thinking about doing a production, and you don't want to have a Stream Deck right there, but you want to be able to switch scenes from you're not at your computer, you're sitting on a couch and everything. You can just have your phone next to you or the iPad next to you or something like that. That's very nice.
And the other great thing about it is that you can make a button as big as you like. So you can have one, but you can click on all the pluses and make that one.
The entire screen your mute button.
Yeah. Or your next scene button or your back. You can have 4 buttons.
All right, so now
back, forward, next. I really love that. So
hold on, I want to actually do that. Wait a second. I want to do let's see. We're gonna go into edit. Edit. Okay. We're gonna edit this.
And then you select. Yeah.
Right.
And now you got your pluses.
I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this because we're gonna just make one big button that says mute.
Okay. Now, do you know what your shortcut for mute is?
I have no idea. So hold
So
on.
you need to know that for
I
your
know I'm
application.
getting there. Hold on. So the shortcut for mute on Zoom.
Shortcut for mute on Zoom. Yeah, that's a question, isn't it?
So I've got it here. All right. So here's my Zoom app. And I'm going to go into, if I click on the profile and then I go into settings. Yes, Zoom can use that. Blue. Go to keyboard shortcuts. Ooh, they actually, they cleaned this up. Look at this. This is really nice. Wow, looks all brand new. Sorry, we just had a big update from Zoom, and this is,
Okay.
I really like the way this looks. This is very nice. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Keyboard shortcuts. Mute is Shift Command A. All right, so now if we come over here again, I'm going to say, now for me, Command is, well, let's see, Shift Command A.
Yep. And then hit done. That's right.
And now I'm going to do appearance, and I'm going to
Yep.
do size.
Title. Or you can do the size. You can do the size, but that's the size of the text.
Oh, I don't want that.
So don't do that. Go to appearance and do title. Call it mute, unmute, or and then mute. I've got the same. I've got a button.
Title. I got title. We'll do mute.
Yep. All in capitals or whatever you like. Okay, so that's called mute now. So now what you do is you touch the button itself.
Yeah.
And I think you can, it's either edit or appearance, and I can't remember which one it is. So try appearance again.
Size.
Size.
Title or icon?
That's the title size though.
No, but there's icon size also.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure
Try
what
that.
icon is. Because that
No, I do. An icon, you can have a title or an icon in the button.
Okay.
So you can have an icon with a microphone, for instance. So that's not it. So in fact, I'll tell you what you do. If you go back just to touch the blue mute button, there's a, how do you do it? There's a plus. You can spread it across the whole screen. I'm just trying to remember how you do it. Do you see the little, there's a pen tool at the bottom of the screen? No, that's not it. No, again, that's not it. There's a way of spreading it across. That just adds more plus buttons. I want you to be able to find how on earth do you do it? There is a way. Merge, split. Oh, yeah. So can you tell you what? Click on one of the other plus buttons near to it. So hit the mute and then another plus button. And then you should be able to merge them. Oh, can you do that? I mean, I've done it 100 times. Maybe I should just try it on my own computer. Edit.
Help.
Oh.
No, I just pulled the help button.
Yeah.
You gotta say you wanna merge, split. Okay.
It's that it is that merge and split option.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Layout. Here we go. You can add or remove rows. I wonder if you have to remove rows.
I don't think you do. You can add or remove rows left or right, but the merging option is what you.
Single cell button. Tap on the plus sign and select an action from the menu. If you need to create a large button, enter edit mode by selecting merge split from the menu. Select multiple buttons. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Okay.
Okay. We're doing it kind of wrong.
Merge split, then there we go.
Yes. You've got it now. I couldn't remember the sequence.
Right. And so now
you can, I think you can do merge split, or you probably say done. What do you do? How do you do this? Gosh,
Let me go
you're
back.
nearly there.
Yeah, let me go back into the help because that was okay, buttons.
I think you went past it.
Did I?
Yeah, just there.
Here we go. Okay, merge them into and one using the merge button in the bottom toolbar.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right. So when you select multiple things,
merge.
multiple areas,
Oh, here it is.
can you hit that blue button? Is that the one that you need to hit?
That's what it
Yeah.
is. So now let's
Sorry.
see if
Yeah.
I'm going to. This is going to be terrible. I'm going to join this meeting from this computer, but I don't actually know if it's going to work. Let's try it because it's the same account. Oops. 339364360. Okay. Oh, okay. This is going to be terrible. Done. Hold on. Done. Save. Come on. Done. It worked.
Yeah. And there's a mute and unmute button.
That's
So
awesome.
then the funny thing is, a lot of people say to me that they like, they feel with their fingers which button to press on the
I,
Stream Deck because
I do
they're
those.
manually there. But that you can just hit your screen.
Right.
And it's quite easy to hit the left or the right hand side of a big iPad screen. It's much easier to just touch it and it will work for you. Anyway,
That,
you're having a bit of fun with that.
and now
And the
I'm
great thing is you can be very creative with it. You can put colourful buttons on
exactly.
as you've
That's what
seen
I'm
with
doing. Yeah,
mine.
that's
And
you got to change the color, but the button color. If this is a mute button, we got to make it like
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
Now we got to make font. This is so funny. Huh. Size, title. If anyone needs a mute button,
There you go.
I got a mute button for you. That's
You've got a
hysterical.
mute button, but it can do, obviously it can do so much more.
Of course.
And you've launched multiple apps, so you can have that little button at the top,
Yeah.
big old mute, whatever you like. And there is a way, as you might have seen, that you can add icons. So it can just be a microphone, for instance. I tend to just use, well, you can see actually actually you can't see, but on here, I've got cut, copy, and paste, and they've got little icons next to them that I've put in. They're part of
The title.
they're part of the whole program that you can actually find those in the program to add if you want to.
Nice. A very cool find. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Very cool find. All right. Well, it's
it's
after
good.
5, so I think I'm going to call it for today.
Yeah, you should
I'm
do
so glad
really.
that you came on, Phil. This was fantastic. This was really, really cool.
I'm sorry it was a bit messy earlier on, but it is brilliant, and you can see I use it all of the time.
That's
And just remember, I do still have a Stream Deck as well.
right.
So you can double up your available Stream Deck buttons right there in front
Never
of you.
have too many buttons. Never.
Exactly. And for $4,
Right.
you just have to have a spare iPad, but it works on old iPads. So if you've got one hidden away in the cupboard, just use that.
Right. I mean, I've got my one iPad here, and I can draw on it if I want to, and then just slide over to numpad, and I've got my mute button. So
That's perfect. Actually, that's a really good way of doing it. Whereas I have two iPads doing the same thing. Yeah.
right. So Here, I'll show you again. I've got this and I've got this. So I now have both things open.
Yep.
It's mute button, and then if I want to draw,
Yep.
do that.
Yep. Super duper.
There you go. All right, sir. Thank you for hanging with me. I appreciate you, and hopefully
It's good. I'm glad we could do this.
This is good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if